Hey folks, Dave, the not so evil Viking 13, here with some DayZ Experimental Patch news for you guys. Quite a few of you may have noticed that our next episode of the DayZ Survivor Chronicles has not gone live yet. We are still filming it, and rather than try to rush an episode out, we're just waiting until the best footage naturally occurs as we play. If any of you guys have not yet seen the first episode of the new series, the new Survivor Diary style series, the DayZ Survivor Chronicles, click on the annotation on the screen right here to go check it out, or the link in the description. But, in the meantime, while we work on getting some great adventures for that series, I've been trying out DayZ Experimental 0.5. 0.5 brings quite a few changes to the table, including a number of new towns, a few new weapons, a change to the seasons, some tweaking for crafting, and some increased server capacity. And while this video isn't a complete review of the 0.5 experimental work in progress, I do want to kind of highlight it for you guys, because the servers have kind of been coming and going as the developers log and test things, and because of that, it may not be available to test at all times. So before you jump in, what can you expect? Let's take a look at a few of the new town areas first. I'm going to do some flyovers in the new areas in the Arma 3 editor. I've actually imported the map into Arma 3. I'm just going to show some brief glimpses because I think a lot of the fun in DayZ is exploring new areas if you're new to the entire game or just new to these new areas up north. So I don't want to spoil it all for you guys. Let's just take a couple of quick peeks. Just north of Svetlo, we have a small fishing village, Berezki perhaps? I'll go with Berezki. Moving west out of the massive capital city of Novo up north, we have a new development area called, I'm going to go with Severograd. Well, this area is pretty small and just kind of a transitional town as you head west out of Novo. It does come with a couple of interesting new features in the nearby area. First off, we have a small new castle, and an old friend from Arma 2 and the DayZ mod has returned. It's not quite as impressive, there's no gigantic lake, but Pobeda Dam is back. The dam was one of the only landmarks up north, and it's good to see it return for DayZ Standalone. And that brings us into one of the largest new areas up north outside of Novo. We have the completed version of Severograd. This is a really cool town situated just north of the Northwest Airfield, a little bit northeast to be exact, and kind of centered in the middle of the map, just north of Gvozno. It's on the main highway that travels east to west up north, and it actually has one of the only two-lane highways in the game, even if it is pretty short. What's really cool about these new towns up north is how well they kind of just nestle into the terrain. Here at Severograd, we have the now well-known World War II memorial, but also some really nice-looking farmland all around it that really helps to ground the city in the surrounding terrain. It really looks like a real place. So as you guys play 0.5 experimental and it eventually makes its way to stable, definitely go north and check out some of those new cities. Really great looking stuff, and I can't wait for the level designers to make their way across some of the older cities and give them the same treatment that, say, Stary Sobor got last year in the alpha. Revamped cities like Trino and Electro should be pretty awesome by the end of the alpha. Of course, I was on vacation, and a lot of you guys have probably already seen those new areas. So what did last week's update to the 0.5 experimental patch bring to the table? Well, we have some new toys to play with. We have the welding mask, which I found almost immediately. It's that usual new patch spawn increase that tends to happen where new items are added, like the cowboy hat. Do you guys remember that? They added that cowboy hat and it's all you could find for a few days. Well, I found the welder's mask very quickly. It's pretty intimidating. I think it's probably one of the most unnerving masks in the whole game. It masks your whole face, like you really can't see the player's face at all. And it's kind of robot looking from a distance. One of my squad mates, James, was actually just standing at the edge of a forest while I got water or something like that, and he was wearing one of those welder masks, and I looked up, and just seeing him standing there still wearing that thing was just pretty freaky. The skater's helmet is also spawning quite a lot right now, and it looks pretty neat, but I don't see it going well with a whole lot of items in the game. It's probably a great starting item for getting out of a civilian area and avoiding perhaps getting punched out instantly by a new spawn. In a surprise twist, the rangefinder has already made a reappearance in DayZ Standalone. This is not the full-on military night vision rangefinder that we saw in the mod. At least this isn't the same one yet. They may add multiple versions later on. The one that appeared on Experimental 0.5 last week is actually just a hunting rangefinder. Additionally, it's kind of broken. You can scroll and hit detect range, but it doesn't actually work. So for now, it's just kind of a novelty item. I'm sure we'll see that fixed before 0.5 hits stable. As far as new items go, there's also a new fireman's helmet, but that one I have not yet been able to find for myself. So you'll just have to take my word for it. Now let's talk about the gameplay changes in 0.5. First up, there's been a season change. It turns out that the season in 0.49 on stable is actually December. The developers have swapped the seasons back to September for 0.5, and you don't have to quite create a campfire every time you change cities now. It definitely explains why the cold has been such an issue on 0.49 on stable. Different graphics for different seasons is not officially on the roadmap. That's a lot of artwork to have to recreate, and it's not just officially on the roadmap at this point. From what I have heard, the developers would like to look at possibly having different trees and grass and effects for different seasons, but it's just too much work to promise this early on. It sounds like it's more of on the DayZ developer wish list. A kind of, wouldn't it be cool if we had the resources and time to do this? There's also a new zombie model. This is actually modeled after Dean Hall's father. It's a very awesome looking hermit zombie. This guy is basically me after I've been surviving out in the woods for months without any kind of human contact. I haven't been able to find him yet in 0.5. I've heard he spawns very, very rarely, so if you're out there in the wasteland in 0.5 checking out these new features, keep an eye out for Dean Hall's dad. Also on the gameplay change front, the developers are working very, very hard on server performance updates for 0.5, and this is a very good thing because even after the 0.49 hotfix, 0.49 stable servers are incredibly unstable. Many of them frequently restart, and as servers hit capacity, you hear more global sounds, and the restarts happen even more often. There's quite a lot of servers unstable that really aren't playable. On the other hand, in 0.5, there are 50-player servers, not 30 or 40, that are running, in my opinion, easily 10 times better than what we're seeing on stable. These 0.5 experimental servers have almost no desync, you load in quickly, and they don't restart like mad. I mentioned that there have been some changes made to crafting. You can now take a knife or a machete to a water bottle and create a small fish trap. If you place it in the ocean, you can then catch small sardines in it. Hopefully that will work for freshwater fish as well soon. There's also a rabbit snare trap, and while I have not tried this for myself either, I have heard that it works. You place it out in a field, check it a bit later, and you will have caught some rabbits. This is good news for me because they've added some sounds to the animals in the world, like the red deer and the boar, and for some reason the rabbits have a sound effect as well, and the sound of their footfall is super loud. It's actually quite surprising and scary when you hear it for the first time. I was just running through a field and I kept hearing loud footsteps right behind me and I couldn't see anything. And I finally saw a rabbit dart out of the grass. At this point I feel almost obligated to take some out with one of those snare traps, just as soon as I can figure out the best place to craft one. And while it's not a giant gameplay change, there are some new weapons in the game. And there's some long-awaited weapons too. At last, we have the MP133 pump-action shotgun, chambered in 12 gauge, of course, as well as the cowboy's best friend, the repeater rifle, chambered in 357 Magnum. Myself and members of my group very quickly found these new weapons, and both perform excellent. The animations are a bit rough around the edges right now. There's some shells sliding back and forth, some extra pumps of the pump action, and a few other weird things going on. But damage-wise, they do very, very well, and that is both of them. The shotgun holds 6 rounds in the magazine tube underneath the barrel right there, and it is, of course, pump action. The pump action is a little bit slow in my opinion. you can pump a pump action shotgun very, very quickly, as you guys can see right here. So even with the extra flare they've added where you kind of pump it off to the left, I feel like it's just a bit too long. They can definitely shorten that down. The range of the shotgun remains quite good, maybe not quite as good as the long-barreled double-barrel shotgun, but still more than enough to compete in urban areas with just about any other weapon. As far as the repeater rifle goes, I haven't had a whole lot of time with this weapon. Mainly other members of my group have been carrying it, but it does seem to have a great capacity, that is 11 rounds, and being 357, at least up to medium range, it should be a decent performer. Of course, for fire rate and damage over distance, the M4, the AK, they would all beat it easily for fire rate. The CZ527 and the Mosin are definitely going to outperform it, but as a common weapon that fires a common cartridge, this could be your best friend in the apocalypse. Just keep in mind that being lever action, after each shot you're going to have to work the lever and you will lose your sight picture if you're aiming down sights, even just briefly. So those are the new features and toys so far in 0.5. I'm sure we're going to see some more updates as 0.5 continues its march towards stable, hopefully sometime this month. Please, please Bohemia, we need those server upgrades. But I was pretty impressed with what I've seen so far, and I figured it was enough to bring you guys a little bit of a teaser in case you haven't gotten to try it for yourself. I'm going to end the video on a short little segment of our adventures on 0.5 Experimental. It includes probably one of Debbie's shortest lives. Her and James spawn very close to me. All they have to do is survive for maybe 3 or 4 minutes before I get to them with tons of food and water and ammo, and things don't go as planned as usual. And I also meet a couple of real friendly guys, and we discuss some of the new loot, trade some stuff, and go along our merry way. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for the next episode of the DayZ Survivor Chronicles, going up as soon as those adventures are all set in stone, and I will see you guys next time.
Alright, I'm still on the coast. I'm by a super slow walking zombie. That's fantastic. There's a gas station off the coast.
Oh, you're near me. Get to the woods, because you're in a bad place. But I'm like 2 minutes away from you.
Alright, come get me.
Oh, I'm at that gas station too. James, is that you? Look on the road.
Okay, the question is, where's Debbie?
James, do you see me? There's someone running towards me.
I'm on the road.
Oh, I'm looking at you. Oh my gosh.
Let's go, let's go.
We just spawned like within 2 inches of each other.
Alright, you guys see the railroad tracks? Sprint over them and into the woods. I'm like 2 minutes away from you.
Oh my gosh, this is the best server ever.
You guys in the east or west?
They're at Solichny.
Oh, awesome.
Left or right? James, don't just stall.
I was hoping he wouldn't see us.
Who? Zombie or?
Yeah.
North or south? North or south? Or north?
West, into the woods.
Oh.
Well, there's a zombie.
Well, just run from it, James.
Yeah, run from it. I've got a shotgun and like multiple melee weapons.
I sat there because he hadn't aggroed yet, and I was hoping by some chance we could just walk backwards.
James, have you not seen your loot screen video? Don't say there's zombies.
Okay, I was 50 to 100 feet from it this time.
Oh my gosh,
I was like
fast.
6 feet from it, that video.
Well,
I'm going up to the building.
Where are you going?
Going up on top of this building. Come around, there's a big ladder.
The standard edition is £14.
Are you guys at the factory?
Yeah.
No, why did you go to the factory? No!
Why?
It's so high traffic.
Oh,
you're on the route between Berezino and Solichny. Berezino.
Can it come up this ladder?
Yes.
Oh, there's no way off that building either.
I'm
there's
coming up.
Nobody's coming, Dave. You're 2 minutes out.
Yeah.
Oh, I broke my leg.
How did you break your leg?
I fell off.
How?
I don't know.
Why are you guys
now
climbing
zombie's eating me.
ladders?
Because
Oh,
there's a zombie.
guys.
You guys climb a
that's
ladder
all
to get
good
away
with
from
that.
one zombie. I can't
Debbie.
even.
Bye, guys. It was nice to know you.
Where are you, Dave?
I'm uphill from you. All you had to do was last 30 seconds.
It was James' fault. He told me to go up a ladder.
Why would you listen to that?
I don't know. I'm just gonna try to crawl away.
You guys were parallel with me, but you've actually gone a little bit north now. Now I'm trying to catch up. I said go to the tree.
Can I roll away from him? Woo!
You can run?
No, my legs are broken.
Can you punch the zombie in the face, James?
All right,
I'm dead.
Debbie,
Bye, guys.
Oh,
Oh no! Damn it!
4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes.
Oh, thanks for timing that. I forgot to.
I just can't even.
Please tell me you're recording.
Yep, that's going in. James, which part of the factory are you currently dying at?
I'm not dying. I'm on the second. I'm up on top of the factory.
See, James was being clever and using Debbie as.
Right here. What's up?
Hey man,
That's
what's
zombie
going
bait,
on?
I
Oh,
think.
thanks, James.
No,
You're a
I
good
just
friend.
assumed Debbie
Hey,
could
you're,
climb the
you're
ladder
glitched
breaking
out.
her legs.
You're using me to climb a ladder?
Oh, it
That
could be. Hold
sounds
on.
interesting.
Hold on, guys. I got 2 guys up here.
Oh my god, my shoulder.
What?
You guys.
Better?
Yeah, you're good. How's it going?
Alright. Yeah, not too bad.
I'm gonna
Oh,
sit
you
still
found
for
the
you
shotgun
guys, just
too?
so I don't make you nervous.
No, it's cool. It's experimental. I don't care. You shoot me, whatever it is. You got shells for it? I don't have anymore.
Oh yeah, have you seen it yet?
Yeah, my friend was using it earlier. It's pretty cool. I haven't gotten to use it on anything, but I mean, it puts zombies down.
Oh, dude, the zombies go flying. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
I don't know. You find anything else new?
Feel free to talk us through it, Dave.
yeah, I got a rangefinder actually. It's broken, but you guys are welcome to it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Rangefinder. Where did you find it?
I found it in a greenhouse actually. It should be here on the
Respawn,
ground
Debbie.
somewhere.
20 seconds.
Tell me it fell through. Things have been falling through the floor.
Oh,
or
through the
it's
terrain?
like up the hill somewhere.
Come on. Yeah, you can like zoom in with it, but it doesn't actually give you a range yet. But I'm not really using it with the
What's the deal,
shotgun,
Dave?
so you guys are welcome to it. Friendly
Does
guys
it
up
need a
hill.
battery
Just
or
chill.
anything?
Yeah, it's got one on there. I just pulled it off on my flashlight. It takes the 9 volt.
I can't find it.
Yeah, it's
Whatever,
probably
Billy,
gone.
You just lost it. I haven't even
Alright,
seen
I
it on
spawned
the.
at a gas station
Oh shit! See, it was weird. Earlier we put things down, it would like
with
fall
a zombie aggroing
a few
from 20
yards
miles
away
away.
from us.
It sucks that it's falling through the terrain now. I mean, buildings I can kind of get, but the terrain? Seriously?
I'm gonna get shot from up top here.
I don't know. It might be. I don't know. You noticed
Reese,
the
are you
new rain
playing?
texture they put in?
No, I hadn't seen
Still
that.
down the patch, just over halfway done.
Well, if it rains, look at yourself. Look at the ground. There's droplets. You can see the, and then there's like you'll see that the ground is wet and there's running water on the ground now.
Oh, nice.
All right, Dave, are you running near the building?
So it might have something to do with that. I'm not sure.
No, I'm not.
I just heard running footsteps.
Hey, do you guys want a second welder's helmet so you guys can match?
No.
I'm not really
I
sold
had
on this
one.
one.
But now, no, I had one earlier, but then I found the skate helmet. And now me and another friend are freaking trying to be.
Should
as
I climb
extreme as
down?
possible.
Nice. I got a friend up here in the factory who's got zombies at the bottom of the ladder, so I'm gonna go rescue him. I'll see you guys around.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm good. Oh, and for the rangefinder, if you're looking for it, it's really small. It's like the size of like a cell phone. It's
a
like-
what? A cell phone?
Yeah,
So, like the walkie-talkie, or a little smaller?
about the walkie-talkie. It's like it's tan colored. It's really hard to see actually. So look at all the
Based on it.
corners.
All right, cool.
I
All right, see you guys. All right,
Yeah, take it easy, dude.
2 really nice guys up here at the barns, James. I'm coming down to rescue you.
okay, thanks.
I about pissed myself because I jumped the fence. I looked to the right, and the fence next to me, the 2 guys hopped over it, and the one guy was stuck in like the drawing gun glitch. I was just like, well, that's the end of that. But so I just submitted. I just stood still with my hands at my sides and hoped for the best.